Hey everybody, this is one of my favorite plants that produces edible fruit. This is Ficus carica, the edible fig or the common fig. You know, the leaves are beautiful, the fruit is edible. There's a lot to love about this plant. Here we are in eastern Tennessee, zone 6B, 7A, and we grow this plant quite well. Maybe not as well as in a little bit warmer climates, because we are just a little bit on that edge of hardiness for the common fig or the edible fig, but we do well. If you wanted to grow this plant, I always suggest spring planting this plant, because then it has a whole season to establish itself before it goes into the winter. Now in eastern Tennessee, where we're at right here, and in a lot of zones that are similar to ours, if we have a mild winter and the stems overwinter well above the ground, we can actually have two crops of edible figs, one in the spring and then one in the fall, and that's what's happened this year. And man, look at the amount of figs that are being produced on this plant right here. You know, you may have only known fig in a fig Newton or in a candy or in a jelly, or maybe you potentially have eaten a candied fig, but they are wonderful to eat right off of the tree. And it's a cool thing to have in your backyard, to be able to go and collect and eat figs. Now gardeners are very protective of their figs because they are a bit of a delicacy. And in fact, someone's brought me an egg carton of figs with little figs in all of the acorns to protect the, with little figs in all of those little slots of an egg carton because those figs were so precious to that gardener. Leaves are very distinct. They're fuzzy, they've got a kind of a trifoliate nature. The shrub is twiggy and branchy. The leaves are deciduous, they'll come off in the winter time. But a great plant of varying sizes depending on what cultivar you're looking at, but one you should consider for ornamental reasons, but also as a great edible in the landscape. So here we have the Ficus carica, the edible fig or the common fig. Grown primarily for its fruit, deciduous, native to Western Asia, Southeastern Europe, hardy from zone 6 through 9. Depending on the cultivar you have, but typically 10 to 20 foot high, spreading out 10 to 20 foot wide. This is a shrub that is grown primarily for its fruit, but also has some nice edible, ornamental characteristics because of its bold foliage. Here's a landscape tip. Grown as an ornamental or fruit tree in colder zones, plant in sheltered locations.